Okay, I'm going to try to make a really quick video on how to do the beachy waves. And I'm going to give you a little tutorial on really dirty hair on how to freshen it up. I washed it on Tuesday. Today's Thursday, so 2 days. It's pretty dirty. Got my face on, so I'm going to brush my hair and really try to drag what is at the scalp, which is where the oil is, down into the ends of my hair. Okay, so just that's going to be the first part of getting that oil off your scalp and really putting it down here into the ends where you need the moisture. So my hair is pretty greasy. I mean, I would think that, I've brushed it and it's kind of staying put. You would sort of think, Okay, so I like the Amika Perk Up dry shampoo, and I just lift it and go around the perimeter where it's the greasiest and through my part, rub it in. I like this one the best because it does not leave your hair dusty. Makes your brown hair can kind of look gray sometimes, or you can tell that you have powder in there. So that's why I like this one, especially right around here. And you get some volume, you get the shine back to it, and it just takes away that oil. And then you've brought some of that shine down here on your ends. So I'm going to do a quick little tutorial on how I do the beachy waves, and I try to go for sort of the middle part. I'll tease it up first. I go on each side of my part, and I like this wide, it's a pick, but like a wide tooth comb, so it doesn't create such a tight tease that you have to then go back in and kind of undo. My hair separates really bad back here in the back from sleeping on it, so I'm going to give it a good little tease, and then you're just going to sort of go right over that top layer. You don't really want to dig too deep in there and get all your tease out. You're just going to comb over that top layer real good. This side always holds my curls pretty well. I mean, I'm on day 2 of my curls, so I'm just going to kind of comb out the smoothness. You always want to get a mirror at the end of this process and look in the back just to make sure you don't have any kind of rat's nest. All right, I take my hair and I split it right down the back. I always start on this side, and I always start in the back of my hair. I don't know why, but you're going to grab a pretty good chunk, and I have a really old Hot Tools curling iron that I love, but it's a little squeaky. You put it in the center and you roll it up, holding it, kind of parallel to your head. The first curl is a little bit harder because you're so close to your head. So I give it an unroll and go under. Loosen it up, pull it down, roll it back up to this little twist right here. Okay, second one, you don't have to unroll it. You just kind of dip underneath it, pull it down, roll it back up. And I like to leave my ends out. But you're going to twist out of that last curl, hold the hair, and pull down through the ends so that they get some heat, but they're not, they're not getting really curled. I come up here and grab another one. I like to kind of leave my bang section out to do separately. You don't want this to be, I don't clip my hair up and make it too much of a process. Another reason I kind of pull it down a little bit and roll it back up is to get this little section of your ends out of the way. And it keeps you from getting a crease where the clamp goes. Unroll it, twist it, and go under it. You make like a little bow tie. Pull it down, roll it back up to where you started the twist. Under, out, down, roll it back up, leaving those ends out. Twist out of that last one, pull it through. Okay. grab this little front section here. My big mirror is to my left. And I'm on my little phone here that's tucked up in the corner. You don't want as much heat on the front part because mine has some blonde in it, so it makes it a little bit more fragile. When you get to this part, I mean, you have these nice little dookie curls. You just kind of reach under here and grab a section. It may not be, you know, and however you need to pull it out of the way of the other hair, just do that, because it's not really going to matter when it's all brushed out. See, that hair is really kind of coming from underneath my ear, but it's all good. Unroll it, go under, twist. My clamp is really loose on this one, so I don't actually have to use my thumb to release it a lot of times. But if you do, just kind of barely release it, pull it out to the ends. But make sure that last little piece is curled, that last, you know, above the end, so that it's not, you don't have a 2-inch thing of straight hair. And then you're kind of you're just sort of digging out the hair that has not been curled. I think some of my hair is falling back around to the other side. Usually I have about 5 curls on each side. And the twist is what is giving it more of a beachy wave versus curling it in a spiral curl. And giving it more of that real fun, playful look. Once you get used to this, it really goes by pretty fast. All right, I'm going to grab this last little section here. And I normally have, okay, I rolled that one up pretty high. I normally will have about 2 twists, two or three. I mean, nothing exact, but the more twists that you do, the more crimped your hair is going to look. Kind of like if you've braided it and left it up in a braid while you went to bed, you get that crimpy look. Okay, roll it through. I usually will take some hairspray and just kind of spray that side. Starting over here, same thing. I grab a pretty good chunk back here in the back and start in the middle of the curl. Oh, hang on, my clamp is like stuck. Okay. Middle. Rolling it, always going away from the face. It's just the way I do it. You can alternate your curls and come forward and come backward, and, you know, doesn't have to really be that difficult. Unroll it, go under it, pull it out, roll it back up. If you get some, you know, weird issues going on, just roll with it and come to the very end and just see. If it doesn't look right, you can always curl it again, but most likely it's going to be okay. Pull it through, kind of kick it back there. Another section. The closer you get to your scalp, the more curl you'll have, you know, closer to the head. I like mine to be a little straighter at the top, so obviously I've left this, you know, long section here. Unroll it, dip, spin, pull, and wrap it back up. I'm trying to make this quick because a lot of videos that I tried to look up for friends to show them the technique that I used were 20 minutes long and lots of promoting products, and, you know, it's more just about the technique. Unroll. That one closest to your head is always kind of the hardest. Pull it through. See, I'm just kind of digging out this one under here that didn't get curled. Clamp it, roll it. Here's this little piece right here that can kind of mess you up on that next curl. So if you just give it a little bit more of a twist, it'll go backwards and get out of your way. Make a little bow tie. Down. All right, last curl. I'm gonna look through here, dig out the straight one, and I'm gonna tell you the most important part probably about this curl is letting them cool. So normally I will get, mostly dressed, curl my hair, and then while they're cooling off, after I've put a little spray on them, then I come back and run my hands through it and kind of mess it up. But if you do that while it's warm, it's not gonna hold. So you want the curls, the hair to be cool to the touch. Under, back. Roll it through the ends. Okay, so spray it. Don't forget to look in the back. Some people will curl everything and they don't even pay attention here, and then the hair just splits. So I'm gonna let this cool off for just a second, and then I'm gonna run my hands through it. I mean, these look like they're gonna be really tragic, but once you run your hands through it, I feel like, and if your hair's fine, say after you do your hair, I'm gonna show you this little trick real quick. Say after you do your hair and you want a little bit more volume, you can come in here and give it like a little pump at the root, and then pull it back out, and you'll get a little bit more movement at your scalp. I like mine to be a little bit more sleek, but you don't even have to twist it. You just kind of bump it under, let it sit, and pull it back out, and you get a little bit more of a movement right there. Okay. Mine's technically still warm, but since I work at a salon, I can fix this if it falls back out. I take my hands and I literally just run it through, kind of pumping it up at the scalp, running my hands through. I like to take my hands on the bottom. You can use a comb or a pick and just kind of back tease it a little bit to fill in if your hair's thinner, at the ends. But just really run your hands through it. And if it's cooled off, it's set in there. And you get a little bit more of kind of the S curve versus the little spiral. This is my thinner side, or it was before I changed my part over a little bit. So I don't know, these curls don't normally last as long, but just run your hands through. Like I said, take a mirror, look in the back. I haven't really looked through my back, but normally it's a lot curlier. And so sometimes I'll even use a brush and comb through the back just to kind of make it maybe not as curly. But that's it. Hope this helps.